everything you need to know about Saturday Night Live with John Schneider and James Stevens.
Welcome to everything you need to know about Saturday Night Live. I'm John Schneider from the Saturday Night Network.
And I'm James Stevens. Thanks for joining us as we continue to celebrate 50 years of SNL as we look back at sketches, characters, and backstage stories.
And now here's everything you need to know about season 18 of Saturday Night Live. The previous 1991-92 season proved that two generations of Saturday Night Live casts could coexist, with a blend of those from the late 80s like Phil Hartman and Kevin Nealon, and with newer up-and-coming stars like Chris Farley, Chris Rock, and Julia Sweeney. Dana Carvey, who had just wrapped up his 6th season on the show, signed a primetime contract with NBC to work with them on new projects after Saturday Night Live. His initial plan was to return for just the first 5 shows of the season through the 1992 presidential election. Additionally, Dana's Wayne's World counterpart Mike Myers was announced to be absent until December due to his shooting the romantic black comedy So I Married an Axe Murderer. Prior to the start of the season, we said goodbye to cast members Siobhan Fallon, Beth Cahill, and 6-year veteran Victoria Jackson. Rob Schneider was upgraded to repertory status, while Melanie Hutzel would move into the middle player category, along with Ellen Cleghorn, Tim Meadows, Adam Sandler, and David Spade. And writers Al Franken and Robert Smigel would continue to appear on screen throughout the season as additional featured players. Though no new cast members were hired this season, notable writers David Mandel and Ian Maxtone Graham would be added to the writing staff. Saturday Night Live's 18th season would kick off on September 26, 1992, with Honeymoon in Vegas star Nicolas Cage.
They probably think I'm the biggest jerk who's ever been on the show.
No, that would be Steven Seagal.
Jan Hooks returns as a special guest, her first appearance since leaving after season 16. The episode is remembered for Jan's portrayal of Hillary Clinton, the first ever Hillary impression on SNL.
My question is more for Hillary Clinton.
Oh, no, really. I'm not here for questions. I'm here to support Bill and to do this.
Dana Carvey brings back his Ross Perot impression.
Are you serious?
Serious as a bed bug in a whorehouse.
And Weekend Update's Opera Man. Receives a standing ovation from host Nicolas Cage and Cher, who makes a cameo.
October begins with host Tim Robbins.
You can put the cards away, Tony. I'm on my own out here.
The episode is remembered as a controversial one, not just that Tim's monologue was used to make political statements regarding NBC's parent company, General Electric.
General Electric actually makes a great deal of its profits by making things like triggering devices for nuclear warheads. You know the slogan, GE, we bring good things to death.
NBC's Saturday Night Live, usually seen at this time, has been canceled.
Or David Spade premiering his Hollywood Minute report on Weekend Update.
Madonna's got a new sex book coming out where she's naked. Sells for $50. Guess what? I already saw you in Penthouse for $5. Good luck.
Once again, Sinead O'Connor.
But ultimately, the most controversial moment of the night would be created by the musical guest, Sinead O'Connor.
We know we will win. We have confidence.
While singing an a cappella rendition of War by Bob Marley, O'Connor tore up a picture of Pope John Paul II as a protest of child abuse within the Catholic Church. The performance concluded with O'Connor saying,
Fight the real enemy.
And then fading to black with no applause. The stunt was different from what was performed at dress rehearsal, where Sinead held up a picture of a child refugee instead. During the goodnights, Robbins refused to mention Sinead, and several cast members visibly avoided engaging with her. For NBC, there was immediate backlash from religious groups and thousands of complaints being logged, marking the incident one of the most infamous moments in SNL's history. The next week, actor Joe Pesci would host. Pesci uses the opportunity to address the previous week's controversy.
Sinead O'Connor tore up a picture of the Pope, and I thought that was wrong. There.
Displaying the photo now taped together. The Debate 92 cold open features Phil Hartman playing Bill Clinton.
When I started as governor, we were 50th in adult literacy. And last year, I'm proud to say, we shot ahead of Mississippi. That's right, we're number 49, and we're closing in fast on Alabama. Watch out, Alabama, we got your number.
Dana Carvey playing President Bush.
We were chased and assaulted by a couple of inbred mountain people. Now, I was sworn to secrecy as to those events, but suffice to say they felt that Dan Quayle, and I quote, sure had a purty mouth.
As well as Ross Perot in pre-tape format.
While we've been here jabbering, our deficit's increased by $500,000.
David Spade would provide the honor of covering for Dana in any wide shot during the live portions of the sketch.
Just between me and you, right? Do you know any good secluded places where I could hide a body?
I do not dispose of bodies.
All right, you don't have to get loud with me.
I wasn't getting loud with you.
No, wait, never mind.
And an encounter backstage with Ellen Cleghorn Zoraida.
Hey, Joe Pesci, what makes you think I won't cut you, huh?
Hey, Joe, you gonna let it talk to you that way or what? Nobody talks to
Leads to a response from Martin Scorsese and Robert De Niro. SNL returns 2 weeks later after the vice presidential debate, which wasn't great for Admiral Stockdale and Ross Perot.
They say you're a drag on the ticket. They must have been watching a different show. When you were quiet there for an hour, that was world class. Showed you ain't just talk. You know, quiet man, a lot going on upstairs. Them others just went shooting their mouths off.
Who am I? Why am I here?
There may be trouble ahead.
The episode would bring Christopher Walken to return, hosting for the second time, delivering another musical monologue.
Let's face the music and dance.
And this time, Jan Hooks joins him as a special guest.
Jan, what are you doing?
Notable moments from the episode include Jan playing Sinead O'Connor.
I'm here to tell you that I was the victim of a trick. Between the dress rehearsal and the live show, one of the stagehands slipped a picture of the Pope on my set. I intended to tear up Adolf Hitler, the perpetrator of genocide, who made this. Okay.
The debut of Adam Sandler's Audience McGee.
What's with you bloody people?
Can't you see, Sinead? We don't want you to hate. We want you to love.
Walken playing a psychic with a talent for meaningless premonitions.
You're eating a bag of pistachios. You will find that one is very difficult to open. Yeah? You will not be able to open it with your fingers. You'll have to use your teeth. It's going to taste very bad.
So just the one nut?
Yes.
Okay, well, thanks for that tip.
And we see the return of the Continental.
Forgive me if my hungry eyes feast on the banquet of your sumptuous décolletage.
Catherine O'Hara returns for the second time.
This is my little nod to Steve Martin. You know, he used to do that thing with the arrow.
Hosting on Halloween night.
But actually, as I was shoving it in, I said, I can't believe he did this so often. I mean, it's not easy to get in straight, and it's really, really painful.
A night full of spooky sketches.
The call's coming from inside the house. It's your father, and he's been drinking.
Batman Returns star Michael Keaton then returns to host for the first time since season 8. This episode, the first live broadcast after the 1992 election, depicts the victory for Democratic nominee Bill Clinton.
Live from New York, it's Saturday night!
I used to say that.
The sketch, Looking After Grandma, is remembered for a blooper from dress rehearsal involving Chris Farley.
What are you staring at? You orange juice! What juice? Stop pretending you don't know!
I'm not pretending!
Stop touching me!
Bram Stoker's Blackula.
Take a word of advice.
Always bet on black.
Stand-up comic Sinbad would host the Thanksgiving episode, an occasion for Adam Sandler to celebrate with a memorable song.
A turkey for me, turkey for you. Let's eat turkey in a big brown shoe. Love to eat the turkey at the table. I once saw a movie with Betty Grable.
And paying their last respects, a gathering of superheroes come to grieve the Man of Steel at Superman's funeral.
Stop laughing, Pigwood. I'm not laughing. This is also how I cry.
Including Black Lightning.
Come on, man, Black Lightning. I shoot electric charges, you know. That's Batman after he know me. Yo, Batman, what's up, man? It's me.
December then starts off with Tom Arnold returning to host for the second time, filling in for Gary Oldman at the last minute.
Gary Oldman canceled for personal reasons. He personally hates the show. So, now I understand that I wasn't their first choice to replace him either. But hey, you know, I'll take it. I didn't have to marry anybody to get the job, and wasn't exactly her first choice either.
Mike Myers finally returns after being absent for the first 7 episodes of the season.
Here's your host, Wayne Campbell.
With the president-elect in mind, we'd like to give you, the top 10 things we love about Bill Clinton.
In the cold open, a mention of Chelsea Clinton,
while it's true that adolescence has been thus far unkind,
is later removed from reruns after Hillary Clinton reportedly complained about the line.
I think she's going to be a future Fox.
That's right. Under the right clinical conditions.
George Wentz, Bob Schwarsky, and his superfans report after his most recent heart attack.
We're coming to you live from Hallis Memorial Hospital in the Richard M. Butkus Trauma Center. Hallis Memorial is well known for having the best hospital food in town.
You guys better eat it all.
But it's also the only hospital in the country with its own barbecue sauce IV.
With assistance from Chicago Bears legend Dick Butkus.
Welcome to Hallis Memorial. To call for a nurse, press 1. For a ribeye steak sandwich with garlic butterine, press 2.
I'm honored to introduce them here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, Dogs.
The bad boys of SNL get together for a musical number.
I slept on the couch. I thought you liked it. I brought you a dead bird. I thought you needed it. So now you're like my nose, cold as ice. Yes, I was bad.
And we are treated to what many consider to be Phil Hartman's magnum opus, Clinton at McDonald's.
Well, I just want to mingle with the American people, talk with some real folks, maybe get a Diet Coke or something.
Fine. But please, don't tell Mrs. Clinton.
Jim, let me tell you something. There's going to be a whole bunch of things we don't tell Mrs. Clinton. See, right now, we're sending food to Somalia. But it's not getting to the people who need it because it's being intercepted by warlords. And it's not just us. It's other countries too. Like your McNugget is released from Great Britain to Somalia, intercepted by warlords.
Glenn Close would host the Christmas episode, bringing with her some of the people from her hometown.
I'm a fireman. I'm a cop.
I'm on the ambulance corps.
And we hope that you never will need us.
Me too.
We're the plumbers.
It's a bummer when
the John overflows.
But they're quick and he sort of looks like Elvis.
On Weekend Update, John Lovitz is reunited with Opera Man. And introductions are in order. It is notable that Dana Carvey is absent for this show as well as the next. With David Letterman in talks to move to CBS to compete with Jay Leno, it was rumored that Dana could be named Letterman's successor on NBC's Late Night, a role that would ultimately go to Conan O'Brien in 1993. At the same time, CBS was also trying to lure Dana to host a late-night talk show that would air after Letterman, a role that would ultimately go to Tom Schneider in 1995.
1993 begins with host Danny DeVito, where the cold open has George Wendt and Joe Montagna writing a letter to the Chicago Bears after the team had recently fired their beloved head coach, Mike Ditka.
You have removed a man whose courage and good grooming set a standard for an entire city. We are returning our season tickets for the 1993 season through the 2032 season. Perhaps Ditka will now choose to become mayor of Chicago, or an astronaut, or dare we dream, coach of the Bulls.
The Bulls. Yeah, hello operator. Give me NASA.
The episode would welcome Danny DeVito as the 7th host to enter the Five Timers Club. The show includes a running gag where cast members play versions of Amy Fisher, who recently shot Mary Jo Buttafuoco
Like I never got shot by no crazy teenage bitch.
after her husband Joey had been caught cheating with Amy.
You gonna have to let me check under your hood.
Ooh, sugar. I'm gonna need a fill-up.
Amy Fisher, one messed up bitch.
This episode also marks the debut of the Gap Girls, albeit without Chris Farley, who is absent from the episode.
He's all, yeah, I want some pants, but I don't know my inseam. And I'm all, it looks like a 31 to me. And he was all, why don't you measure it? Can you believe it?
Sick! I would be all.
Oh, I was all, what a perv.
Reservoir Dogs star Harvey Keitel would host next. The episode would say goodbye to Dana Carvey's George Bush impression.
Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow,
at least for now,
there'll be sun.
And would lampoon Bill Clinton's inaugural ball.
This is some night, and it's all for you, Mr. President.
Featuring musical guest Madonna and special guest Jan Hooks.
Happy inauguration to you.
Following her performance of Bad Girl, Madonna would rip up a picture of Joey Buttafuoco.
Fight the real enemy!
Clearly a send-up of Sinead O'Connor's display earlier this season. The next episode's cold open would include guests Jan Hooks and Giorgio Armani.
A man claiming to be the Prime Minister of Italy.
Mia moglie mi incarica di salutarla e speriamo di vedervi presto in Italia. Nice jacket.
Beverly Hills 90210 star Luke Perry would serve as host.
Use the cue cards, Luke.
This night would mark the final episode for SNL legend Dana Carvey, departing the show after an incredible 6.5 years.
I suppose to just walk away.
Unquestionably one of the most well-rounded cast members, Dana is often credited as a major factor of the revitalization of the show back in 1986. And on Weekend Update, the iconic Weekend Update staple Point Counterpoint returns for the first time since 1979, this time featuring Mike Myers and musical guest Mick Jagger.
Me, you ignorant slut. All the time, you liberal clatch rat and the violin, you treble clown and a trap guy and a head and a crowd.
In 1976, Lorne Michaels famously offered the Beatles $3,000 to appear on SNL. Since that time, George Harrison made a cameo, and Ringo Starr hosted in the Ebersol era. Though Paul McCartney did perform on SNL in 1980, the performance was pre-recorded from London. So, after much anticipation, on February 13th, 1993, Paul McCartney would finally perform in Studio 8H.
I just assumed George would have given you the money.
No, I never even heard from George.
Hosted by Alec Baldwin, his third time, the episode would include a memorable edition of The Chris Farley Show, featuring the former Beatle.
Remember when you were with the Beatles? Sure. That was awesome. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
McCartney would make a total of 7 appearances during the episode, including a segment with his wife Linda during Adam Sandler's Red Hooded Sweatshirt.
Shamalang-ling-dong.
As well as a show-stopping rendition of Hey Jude, in what many consider to be one of the greatest musical performances in SNL history. The legendary guests would continue, with Bill Murray coming to host for the 4th time.
This is where I come whenever I'm not sure who I am.
Promoting the film Groundhog Day. The episode would include Father Guido Sarducci's first appearance since season 11.
At Groundhog Day, I say 2 thumbs up, just like a Cisco Ebert. Go see it.
And this installment of Hollywood Minute finds David Spade with an unexpected interruption.
What about Leap of Faith? I was gonna go see it, but I was sick that day. Done with this guy yet. He has blonde hair in it. Am I supposed to buy that? His hair's been gray since 1974. And he's... Hang on, Kevin, I'm going here. And he's also... Oh, you're hurting me.
Thanks for the tip, Kevin. You want to go now?
Yes, sir.
The first episode of March would include a cold open that acknowledges the ongoing standoff in Waco, Texas between the FBI and the Branch Davidians.
If my statement is read on all 500 radio stations throughout the Southwest at midnight tonight, I will release my followers and come out peacefully. Copies of the statement will be delivered to the press outside the compound as soon as they're available. Jesus! 500 copies for the Lamb of God.
As we stroll along together.
The episode has John Goodman return for his 4th annual hosting gig, taking place during the Storm of the Century.
Congratulations on being named Storm of the Century.
Also, the episode marks the debut of Adam Sandler's naive and eccentric Boy Scout character, Canteen Boy.
Last year, I captured this giant water moccasin, huge mouth. Put up quite a fight.
Well, a heroic stunt like that, you'd think it would have been in the local paper.
Yeah. This is up in Canada. That's, it's front page of the Canada Daily Times.
The next week, British actress Miranda Richardson would make her way to America, hoping to make a favorable impression.
I want America to hurt me. I want America to hurt me. And I want
Chris Rock would demonstrate what we could expect on the program after Russell Simmons' Def Comedy Jam.
I know you motherfuckers don't think I got a motherfucking rabbit in this hat, right? Cause as soon as I pull out this motherfucking rabbit, y'all can kiss my motherfucking ass. Now here we go. Africa motherfucking Deborah. See, I told you I had a motherfucking rabbit.
And a Schiller's reel would depict Dieter's dream,
Hello, Dieter. You're having a dream.
including an appearance by sportscaster Marv Albert.
Hello, Dieter. Du bist abends eine Prima. Yes!
I am a whore. I am a nun. Oh, nun.
None. Poor none. I'm as happy as a little girl.
We soar into April with Seinfeld star Jason Alexander coming to host.
This doesn't feel right.
Robert Smigel would pen the increasingly meta and quotable sketch Hub's Heroes.
Can I get a little more juice for the sandwich?
You like the juice, eh?
Yeah, you know.
The juice is good, eh?
Yeah, it's
I get you more juice. You like the juice, eh?
Yeah, I do.
The juice is very good, eh?
Yeah, no, it is. It is good stuff.
Would you mind ending the sketch? You like the sketch to end, huh? Yeah, I would.
Responding to post-Rodney King tensions, the next episode would open with SNL's many recurring characters taking center stage, offering a message of unity.
Make tomorrow's future a better day. Let's increase the peace and we'll all be glad. We're making a choice to heal the world. We're in this together.
After recently filming the series finale of Cheers, Kirstie Alley would return to host.
I spent the last 6 years of my life with those guys on Cheers. And I'm really gonna miss them.
The episode would feature several callbacks to Allie's show from last season, including her monologue.
Let's just stop it now because it was nice at first and now it's sort of getting a little irritating.
You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
And the return of the overly affectionate Italians in La Cantoria.
You want bedtime mint? Very good.
Oh, sure we want a mint, don't we, honey?
Well, all right. Bueno, one for signore and one for bellissima.
Hey, get the hell out, all of you. Now, come on, let's go. Out. You know like salad caprese? I don't like you. You're the same creeps from that Italian restaurant in New York last year. I remember you. Get the hell out.
Next, Married with Children actress Christina Applegate would host the first show in May.
The most fun thing about hosting the show is just getting to spend a week in New York City. It's the best.
The episode is best remembered for the introduction of a now iconic character that was originally conceived by Bob Odenkirk and performed by Chris Farley on the Second City stage before finally being brought to SNL years later.
My name is Matt Foley, and I am a motivational speaker. First off, I am 35 years old, I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river. What do you want to do with your life?
Actually, Matt, I kind of want to be a writer.
Well, Lottie frickin' da! We got ourselves a writer here. Hey, Dad, I can't see real good. Is that Bill Shakespeare over there?
Well, actually, Matt, Ellen and I have encouraged Brian in his writing.
Dad, I wish you could just shut your big yapper!
The 18th season concludes with returning host Kevin Kline.
It's especially nice for me to be able to come out here as myself, Kevin Kline.
Kevin, this isn't gonna work.
Relax, Mike. It'll work fine. Did you see my movie, Dave?
Yeah.
Same idea.
Along with musical guests Paul Simon and Willie Nelson. The cold open would feature 3 SNL legends, with Jan Hooks making another special guest appearance.
I happen to be the co-president of the United States.
And Dan Aykroyd making his first appearance on the show in 5 years, playing Senator Bob Dole.
Hillary, why don't you give it a rest? No one elected you to a damn thing.
The season finale would mark the final episode for Chris Rock after 3 seasons on the show, as well as the final show for longtime writers Christine Zander, Bonnie and Terry Turner, and at least for now, the last for writer Jack Handy and writer and featured player Robert Smigel.
If you love something, set it free!
Smigel left to become the head writer for Late Night with Conan O'Brien. Season 18 provided a huge boost in popularity for a variety of reasons, with major moments such as the 1992 presidential election, Sinead O'Connor's infamous performance, Mike Myers and Dana Carvey riding off of the success of the Wayne's World film, Jan Hooks' numerous guest spots, and cast members Ellen Cleghorn, Chris Farley, Melanie Hutzel, Tim Meadows, Adam Sandler, Rob Schneider, David Spade, and Julia Sweeney stepping into the forefront after the departure of Dana Carvey.
Sassy.
As we head into the next season of Saturday Night Live, will the passing of the torch continue its positive trajectory? We will dive into it in season 19.
If you are enjoying this series, don't forget to like and subscribe so you'll never miss an episode. And follow us on social media to see our coverage on all seasons of Saturday Night Live.
Saturday Night Live season 18 is now available on Peacock. For all of us here at the Saturday Night Network, I'm John Schneider.
And I'm James Stevens, and that's news to us.